It's Britta Talks Real Estate, and today we're going to be talking about something that everyone has questions about. And I'm starting this podcast just to give you a little insight, to make it easy for buyers to just buy a home without having a lot of questions and getting fancy answers. It's just going to be Britta Talks Real Estate, really raw, straightforward. And I just want it to be really easy to understand. So today we're going to talk about buying new constructions. When you buy a new construction home, it's really important to follow these steps. And I know that a lot of people out there ask a lot of questions about it and just want to be real frank and real blunt about it. When you're buying new construction, just remember a couple of key things. There are a lot of homes that get built in these communities or villages that have village inspections. Like in the city of Chicago, we have a city in Chicago home inspection. And they'll just check for the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC. They're not going to look at the little things here and there that your home inspector would actually look for. So they're not going to necessarily check the roof, make sure there's any leaks. They're not going to check under the cabinets, and they're not going to check your appliances to make sure they're working properly. They're just going to look at the meat of the home. They are not there to inspect the entire home. So I highly recommend, if you're buying new construction, just know that there are regular people that are putting the homes together, the contractors, you got the subcontractors. A lot of times these developers will hire like maybe just a subcontractor for your plumbing, for your electrical, for your flooring, things like that. So they don't necessarily have a strong connection with these vendors. And while they choose the best of the best, typically they also look for pricing to make sure the pricing is within their budget. So you want to just always double check them. So I highly recommend, if you are buying new construction, please get a home inspection. It doesn't hurt to get one. And a lot of builders, if they're reputable builders, they're going to actually use your home inspection report to create a punch list. And the punch lists are the items that the inspector finds wrong about the home that they can then go in and fix and repair. So your builder that you purchased the home from is going to go in, look at your inspection list from your home inspector, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to repair those items. Typically, they try to do them before you close if possible. If not, your attorney should always request a time frame. Usually it's within 30 days. Some of your attorneys will actually ask for a holdback in order to make sure the builder does them within the time frame that they've agreed to. So if they say 30 days that we're going to get these items done within that 30-day period, your attorney may request a $5,000 holdback, depending on what the items are. If they're really minor items, your attorney may only ask for a minimal amount for holdback. But if they're big ticket items, they will typically, let's say you buy in the winter. You buy in the summer. No, I'm sorry, back to winter. If you buy in the winter and it is too cold to test for the HVAC for your AC unit, and your home inspector isn't able to check it, or maybe the builder hasn't put it in yet before you close, which typically they will, but sometimes you may see that they don't because it's a bad snowstorm or something, and your lender will allow them to not put it in at that point. Just know that your attorney should be covering you and watching your back, and they will typically ask for a holdback of $3,000 to $5,000. That will then really motivate the builder to put in your HVAC when it's time to put it in. So things like that you have to look out for. I'll be doing some more little brief videos on buying new construction, but that's one of the big ones. A lot of people ask, should I get a home inspection? And I'll give you a quick story. I've known a couple of people that bought homes and they bought new construction thinking everything's brand new, right? Why do I need a home inspection? So they didn't get one. But come to find out, there were some items that were wrong. They're put in wrong, that weren't functioning properly. And the builder wasn't necessarily that reputable, and they didn't fix those items for a very long time. Or they fixed them, but it never was fixed properly. So had they had a home inspector, he would have caught those items, and it could have had some leverage before they closed to either get a huge amount of a holdback until they got it right, which they got to get it right when you have a holdback. So when they go in to repair it, they wouldn't have made a mistake and not fixed it properly. So those kind of things your attorney should look out for. If you're a no attorney state, I still highly recommend you get a home inspector, that you fight hard for your inspection items to make sure that they get done, preferably before you close. After closing, it is very difficult to track down these builders sometimes. And it's very difficult, even if you have a 1 year warranty, which, like in Illinois, they're required to give you a 1 year warranty. Even if you have a 1 year warranty, sometimes it's really hard to track down these developers or these builders to come back and fix your items. So the most you can get done before closing, the better you are. So anyway, Britta Talks Real Estate. I'll be back to share more tips with you. I just wanted to start off with a pretty basic video to show you just the things that I'll talk about during this podcast. And if you have questions, definitely post them in the comments. And if you have anything that you need as far as Chicago housing needs, definitely reach out. Britta Rivera, Baird and Warner. Take care and have a good day. See you guys.